It's crazy. So today we're going to take a look at a penny stock that I can't even show you on YouTube. Also one that's up 700% that I purposefully kept away from you guys, and why. But first we're going to take a look at two new penny stock plays with the biggest upside, not according to me, but literally the best analysts on Wall Street. Then and only then we're going to take a look at these three penny stocks that all saw massive amounts of gains before the close on last Friday that are likely going to be insanely volatile next week. Alright, we're back. Now this week has been the biggest week on the channel ever. We've had many exciting events, but this week we just talked about like 10 stocks and like 6 or 7 of them went 100% after we talked about them. And I even shared some more of those stocks on the Discord that also went up 100%, pretty much directly after we talked about them. So it's definitely worth checking out the private Discord, although I'm probably gonna get like a call from the SEC sometime soon saying that I can't do this kind of stuff. But if we can get 2,000 likes on this video, maybe I'll do it again next week. I don't know. Anyways, guys, jokes aside, let's get into these two new penny stock plays with more than 100% upside. At least the first one, because that's what I'd like to start out with. We're talking about Ocular Therapeutics. Their stock ticker is OCUL or OCUL. So 2 days ago at the close of last week, they received a price target for $28, meaning an increase of 126%. And we're actually looking to reach this price target somewhere by the end of this year. And just as a little bonus, it was also covered by this legend right here that whenever we feature him on this channel, his stocks tend to go up like 14% in the week right after. Again, that's not a guarantee, it's just somewhat of a meme, this guy. But I'm gonna run you through this play. It's only gonna take about a minute. So Ocular Therapeutics, biopharmaceutical company which engages in the development and commercialization of therapies for diseases and conditions regarding the eye. So the gist of it is revenues in Q2, they reported net revenues of about $11 million, represented 50% sequential growth in end user demand. So we think there's a potential in near-term growth here, and we're seeing the opportunity for it to end the year on an $80 million run rate. So since this stock is trading very cheap right now, it's actually on 6-month lows. I agree, could be a good position to get in on. Again, not according to me, but Wall Street. And moving on to number 2, before we get into these 3 insanely cheap penny stocks that all saw a ton of gains before last week's close on Friday, we're talking about Cars.com, probably a company that you've heard of but didn't know it was public. So yeah, these guys just get dibs on all the good names. Their stock ticker is Cars, and their website is literally Cars.com. So they're getting crazy numbers in organic traffic to their website, but the company is only worth about $843 million. And I know we're gonna get into some insanely cheaper penny stocks, but earnings are in 11 days and they're getting positive price targets by really good analysts, and most recently a 46% upside from BTIG. Again, earnings are in 11 days, and keep this in mind, it's rated as a strong buy, and hedge funds are also increasing their buying in this stock drastically. So keep this in mind as a play for next week. Earnings are coming up the week after that. And join the Discord if you haven't already, because I always help out my elite members and my premium members and even my basic members whenever they need help with the stock. If I have time, I'll look into it with you. Okay, but I know what you want. We're gonna get into these 3 insanely cheap penny stocks, as well as the 700% gainer that I kept from you guys. But before we get into that one and the one after that, we're gonna have to get into BOTI. This is a penny stock wildly popular on Reddit, or at least it used to be, and it's one that I literally refused to cover for months because I just don't want to talk about it. I'm gonna have to do a lot of censoring on this video, but if you couldn't guess, it's the Lingerie Fighting Championships, and it's pretty much exactly what you think. And I'm not even gonna bother showing you their website in this video. It's pretty much exactly what you think. I mean, I think everyone that watches these videos is an adult, so you could pretty much just go looking up yourself. Now, it hasn't been that great of a stock. I'm not gonna lie, performance was pretty weak, but now before the close, why they're up 50%? They've announced that they're gonna launch a channel on Roku called the LFC Network, which is kind of a joke on UFC. So that's a pretty big deal. Major streaming service right here. Of course, Roku, and to be featured on that means that it's gonna get a lot more attention. So just watch out for BOTY next week. That's it. I'm never talking about this stock again. Then to talk about this 700% gainer, that's technically a 1400% gainer. It saw a massive 100% day right here. That's when I found out about this stock. Purposefully kept it away from you guys. It's not a healthy, good stock. I'm gonna tell you why, but it did see a 700% gain straight after that. So we're gonna talk about this just a little bit, and then I'm gonna get into another really kind of decent penny stock to finish this all off with. They're only beginning to want to produce only the highest quality CBD hemp oil in Colorado, Nevada, and California. So this is just gathering a lot of attention, even though they haven't really done anything yet. Or it could just be insider trading, which does happen a ton on the OTC market, but we're gonna get into why this is dangerous. Anytime you wanna buy an OTC penny stock, I really highly recommend you just take a look at otcmarkets.com and check it out in there. Whenever you see the skull right here, the caveat emptor as we call it, first off, You're gonna have an extremely hard time exiting your position. It could mean so much bad things like misleading promotion, investigation of fraud or other criminal activities, a suspension or halt, which I don't think is the case here, undisclosed corporate actions, which would make it a prime target for insider trading right there. And if that didn't deter you, you could buy into this. I'm not gonna tell you what you can and can't do with your money, but just keep that little tip in mind. If you're new to this and you want to buy a penny stock on the OTC market, just run it past otcmarkets.com. Super easy. So we're gonna close this video off with like a big, really good gainer. This penny stock is called Nanovibronics. Their stock ticker is NAOV. Now, they manufacture and sell non-invasive biological response activating devices that target biofilm prevention, wound healing, and pain therapy. Now, the recent most important thing about the company is that they have a urology therapy device, and this is all new stuff, but apparently it decreases bacteria/UTI, and it was quoted as overwhelmingly positive by the Journal of Medical and Surgical Urology. Doesn't really get much better than that, and for good reason. This stock went up an insane 248% before the close on Friday, really only going straight up. So we can expect some crazy moves next week. Again, join the private Discord, it'll help you out. You're gonna get access to all these stocks early, and if not, just subscribe to the channel so you never have to miss out on any of these opportunities ever again. With that being said, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one.